afternoon, everyone. I am so glad to be here. Um, I really don't want to spend 45 minutes here because a lot of speakers have said similar things. I don't know if you noticed similar things in different ways, and I don't want to bore you with all of that, right? So, we're going to be talking about cracking the customer code. So I'm going to ask one more question, right? I just need a hands up. Have you ever shopped on Amazon, Konga? There's Konga. Konga still works, right? Jumia. And when the product arrives, you started questioning your life choices, like, what did I do to myself? Like, what is this? I went to a POS station sign. It said a walking POS recently. And then I was there. I waited about 20 minutes. After waiting patiently, I was feeling like a patient customer. Like, he said, madam, POS no the walk. Oh." I'm like, but I waited. You could have just told me. Right? So those frustrations and what we already spoke about are some of the things we're going to be addressing today. So our focus will be on building products that solve customers' problems, right? Now, there is a difference between, can we move on? There's a difference between building something, please hit it, enter, between building the right thing. So we can build a product. We know that this product is great, right? Build the right product. That's answering one question, right? But the second question to ask is, are you building it right? So you can build a right product, beautiful product, but are you building it the right way, putting the right infrastructure, making it run for scalability or performance? That's a second question to ask. If you have those two, that's fine. Now, more importantly, you should be building for the right audience, right? So if you get the first part correct, building the right thing, building it right, having a right audience, you also have to consider the right time as well. So if you remember, did you ever hear about Google Glass? Google Glass is coming up, like years ago, where they wear the glass and then when you wear the glass, it could give you some analysis of certain things. It could do some work for you. If you tap it here, it takes a picture. Did you ever hear of that coming out? Did you hear about its death? How it died? No. It died because first they were building the thing right? They built the right thing. They built it really well. And that's because their developers focused on what was cool to them, right? But what they missed out was the right audience and the right timing. If that came out today, would you buy it? Yes. But years ago was the wrong timing. The developers were forward thinkers, but they were not building it at the right time for the right audience. So think about your product. You may be building something fantastic. Ideas are everywhere, yes. But are you building it well? And are you building for the right audience and at the right time? Okay. Well, we'll cover all of this today. I don't want to scare you. I'm going to skip a lot of slides. Let's go. Now, so why do some products fail? We're going to do a quick activity on this one, right? And I'm going to ask us to split into group A, B, and C. So I'm going to have group A, these two tables, right? Group A, group B, the two at the back. So we have to just turn around. Thank you. So C will be that table and back. You guys are collaborating, no? All right, and group D would be you guys forward. This way. Thank you so much. All right. So, group A and B, I want you to think about a product that you completely love. a product that you fell in, that you love, that, or products that you love, and give me a list of whys. Why do you love them? And then while you do that, I want you to pick out one representative for your team that's going to tell us the product and why. Are we good? Group B, products that you completely dislike. Products or services, anything, then come up with reasons why you do, why you dislike them. Right? Are we good? And maybe CD. C and D. So C, come up with products that you love and why you do. And group D, products that you completely dislike. Okay, so do this in 5 minutes. It should be a quick activity in 5 minutes. And make sure you have a representative for your group that can tell us their thoughts. Please, no one left out. Make it collaborative. Meet someone. Okay, time's up. All right, can I have a representative? I need four people come up stage. Now tell us about what you guys spoke about, what the products and why. So you're talking about that you guys love. Yeah, the love. Yeah, please go ahead.
All right. My name is Ademola. So we discussed about ChatGPT.
Can we pay attention, guys? Yeah.
So it's a product under OpenAI, and 10 years ago, what we are all used to is the service of Google. But that one coming on board now made make things simple for us to handle. So because it's user friendly, saves time and stress that we've been used to before the advent of it, and it's able to reason like human being. So once you have the correct or the right prompt into it, so it helps you out. We can summarize it to be like you're an assistant.
Okay.
So
All right.
with that, you're good, and that's what everybody is now leveraging on, and all others are also.
Okay. So
building
you
things
like
from
it because it helps makes your life easier, like your assistant. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause for Group A. All right. You can. All right, Group B.
Yes, so Group B is the product that we do not like and why. So this is based on personal experience and based on what my group had decided. It is Temu. Now, oh yes, everybody now agrees with me. Now, Temu is, okay, personally, Temu is an online shopping platform that everyone knows. I'm particularly a new time person on the app, but then I was frustrated the first day I got on the app and I left. Reason being that Temu, they're not truthful to some extent. They tell you, oh, you're getting free items. All you just need to do, follow this step. Okay, you're following these steps, but then why are you not giving me what exact? I understand that they are trying to gain trust from people and all of that, but then they're using us as their marketing strategy to bring in people on the app and making it very tedious for we new subscribers to even come on the app. So because of that, it frustrates us, and we are like, oh no, please get out. We don't want you.
Yeah.
We'd rather go for other apps that would not stress us and would make life easy and better for us, just like ChatGPT. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. So Timu, who agrees with her? Oh, you guys. Okay. People are Temu buyers. All right.
Hiya. So this team C, the product we love is actually Apple gadgets, and why we love it is because of the fast features, the easier security synchronization, and the high resale value in the market, and also the high demand of it. So yeah, basically Apple. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. From Team D, interestingly, we have a list of products. So we first have Threads, Threads of Instagram. We don't like
What's
the
that?
Threads.
Threads. Okay,
That's
okay,
supposed to be
threads.
like the X for Instagram. Lack of relevance, and then the fact that it's also linked to your personal Instagram account. We don't like Threads. Then Biggie Cola. Um,
Wait, what about that one?
okay, he just came in thinking he was going to like get Pepsi and Coke out of the market, but we felt like in the words we used, cola with a lot of sugar and overly diluted. I don't know how they achieved that. Then we have InDrive. InDrive because of security issues, poor maintenance of vehicles too. And lastly, somebody said Zenith Bank.
Okay. So we've seen various. Can I pass this to you? We've seen various reasons why people are dissatisfied with products. Dishonest representation causes frustration. Then we have lack of relevance, threads. Okay, so we're doing this in Instagram. Why are we doing it here again? Like, how does it affect me? I feel like there's a background thing to that, though, but Biggie Cola, unhealthy composition of ingredients and all. So we see that if customers are, if businesses are really listening, right, they'd understand why customers are not responsive to their products. But there are also products that you guys love. Apple has a high resale value, right? They are trusted. They high quality gadgets, right, produced by Apple. So those are qualities that get them there. I bet people don't like Apple as well. I don't like Apple laptops because I think it's frustrating as well, right? So it is a perspective of value, and however, companies ought to listen, not just listen, honestly, observe how people use their products to get real feedback. Okay, so now I'll tell you. Yeah, we can move on here. So, do you guys remember that mother who makes the food that you don't ask for? Are you the moms? Your children say they want rice. You gotta make eforiru and gari or something, right? That is how products are. Like, I need this, but you're giving me something else, right? What do you say? I like to hear that. Exactly. So a few years ago, I was working with a team on what was supposed to be a very great project on solar energy in a rural community, right? And we put in the right things. I was part of that team. We put in the right things. We had the pricing was competitive. We had a very good technology. It was really solid. We had good investors. We had great stakeholders in there. We were so sure that this product was going to rock the world. But when it hit the market, what did we get? I even thought you're wicked though. I even thought I was going to say crickets, but say rock, but that's worse. Okay. Yeah, so I think that defines it. We went rock bottom. And then we were lost because investors were upset. So what we did, right? We first thought about, okay, marketing, change our marketing plan. Nothing happened. We went to using influencers that could sell as an ISO and we used those people. Nothing worked. But then we had to send the team, the product managers, into the market to not just get feedback to what people were saying. We want to see how they were using the solar energy. In fact, they were not using it. We had to go there and ask why. What's happening? They said, first of all, we are a rural community. We like this fancy solar, but we don't have the funds for it. We rather pay per usage. So we want to pay as we go. pay for what we use and all of that. We're like, oh wow. Um, to buy this solar panel, we have to go very far away. We didn't even consider distance. This is a rural community. That was dumb, right? But we were just thinking about what was cool, that cool idea. I want to impress our investors. And of course, investors will give them a big picture, give them the figures, they're going to, invest in it. Now, what we did next was to start creating, with that information we had, with speaking to them and looking at their behavior and understanding what they really wanted. We went back to the drawing board. We brought down what we built, which got customers or investors upset, but we had to do it. And then we used a different framework. It was at that point that I started collecting my experiences from different areas. Oh, so this research works, data works, but what works even better is observation and speaking to your customers. Even speaking, I would say that customers don't really know what they want when you speak to them right now. They will tell you something nice and fancy. But when you go there and observe their behavior, you're getting more from them. So, I think we'll go to the next slide. So we went ahead, I went ahead to introduce to my team then the Resonate framework. Now, the Resonate framework, I coined this. So this is what I've used based on my experience. Now, none of this should be new to you. None of this concept should be new to you, but it is just the way I put it together that makes sense. So if I work with a product team or consulting for an organization, what I want to know is where you are. What have you tried? What have you done? What has the results been? And I look into this framework and find out where we can deep dive into. So I start with research deeply. A lot of people don't really they research only based on data. You need to go beyond data to reaching out to looking at the behavior and pain points. If you've done that before, I'm going to ask you, okay, what results did you get from behavior? We need to go further to empathize with their real needs. Understand what truly matters to users, not what matters to you. You need to sit in their shoes, like we did with the example I gave, right? To sit in their shoes and feel what they feel. How could I have been building such a robust solar energy project for a rural community? That just didn't match up, right? So understand what they need, then look at your process. Simplify your process. If your process needs a manual that is 10 pages long, or you have to write it, like I go on Instagram and I say, hey, Wanifuga, I want this dress. And you tell me to read a long page. You're not ready for business. Tell me what I need to know. Let me just press pay and just get my item delivered to me. But I had an experience recently where they were giving me conditions. If you pay for this right now, I will deliver here. If you don't do this, the delivery is going to come. I'm like, please, just make it easy for me. I was begging them, make it easy for your customer. I want to pay, but make it easy for me. So here I am, a willing and able customer, but what's frustrating me is the seller, right? So we need to be able to simplify the experience for your customers. I was also speaking to another client of mine, a hotel service, or the owner resort, and I was letting them know that what they sell in that resort is not a hotel room. You are not selling food, right? You are selling an experience. I want to walk into a resort and feel like I'm in Bahamas, right? I want to feel that way. From the moment I step into that resort, from the gate to my bed to the cleaner, I want to feel like I want to get that experience like I'm in a different world altogether. So simplify your process for your customers. Then optimize behavior based on their usage. So what that means is if you have a product and you see that um, my customers are using my product the wrong way, right? Or you say it's a hotel service, and you see that the slippers you put in there for your guests just take it, put in their bags, and leave with it. Okay, maybe only a little, well, if 4% of people do that, maybe just a few people do that. But that behavior is a weird behavior. And that's where innovation starts. Innovation starts from the weird thing, not from the big things, like we've been talking all day, right? It starts from that weird behavior that you'd be like, ugh, this customer is crazy. They're not crazy. They're giving you an opportunity to evolve into something else, to evolve another part of your vertical. So now, what this hotel did was they they customized their slippers and put, hey, take me home in it. They increased their price and then they branded it with their brand, but people now take it and they now do the marketing for the organization or for the company. So when you see customers acting weird, it's an opportunity for you to ask, hey, why did that happen? Look at the number of times it happened. Then start thinking about, okay, how can we make this, or ask them, how can we make this an opportunity for more income, right? Or some branding. There must be something that you're getting from it. So your innovation, remember, doesn't come from the big things. It comes from those little weird behaviors your customers show or exhibit. Now, then you also want to consider, narrow the focus and test small. We've talked about iteration. We've talked about doing things in sprints. Let's deliver value faster, earlier, and let's also make our customers happier. How do you do that? You want to deliver in small increments, right? And you can deliver in small increments, whether you are a service, whether you're a product, whether you're an IT, you are able to deliver things in small increments to test. So don't go into big bang spending of money, spend a little, test and see how your customers respond. With that response, you're able to go back and say, okay, let us go back to implementing. Then the A is let whatever you're doing, let it fit naturally into how customers live. Don't manufacture things. Don't try to go out of what, because the moment you go out of their natural way of living, you are not serving their needs. You are now manufacturing information. You're now working on assumptions. We should work with observations or result of observations rather than assuming that we know what our customers need. So let's work in their natural habitat or how they live. And of course, tell stories, testimonials, brag about it. Now, I don't know, if you sell a product, you have bragging rights, right? Brag about it. Ask your customers, like I'm going to ask you after this session, how, I need to get some information from you on how I'm doing so I can improve. So get that bragging rights from your customers and get testimonials from them. Then you also want to engage continuously for long-term success. And this part here, I think this is the sauce. This is where it hits very differently because you're building trust. Once customers trust you, you can sell anything to them and be like, oh yeah, I've done it before. I'm that loyal customer. But if I test a business one time and they go wrong, no matter how great they are in the future, I just have that bitter taste. So your first impressions matter, and the value you give has to be value to your customers and not to you, right? Okay. So really, we can shift past this slide. This is just how we fix the solar business. Like I said, we went back and we redid everything using the Resonate framework. This is the result of the solar project that we had. The moment we started listening, started observing, it didn't take a long, 6 months is, well, investors were impatient, but it's enough time for us to have gotten customer retention from that rural community, because we broke it down into pay as you go. They had lights for ever, but it was pay as you go. We 3 times our rates in 6 months, and then we built higher trust with customers. Now this is what kept us. The trust kept us and is still keeping that solar energy project going. Now, think about your product. Think about your service. Whatever you're doing, even if you're about to start, right? Answer these questions, and if anyone can really speak up to me, that's fine. I want to hear some responses. Where are you assuming instead of learning customer behavior? Which resonate pillar could you use to improve your product strategy? From the 8 places, the 8 areas of the resonate framework, which do you think you could use? And then, what is one small experiment you can run this month? With these questions here, I'm going to have you let's go back to that framework. To my first question, anyone has an answer? But you have to go and sleep over it, and that's okay. To the second question, which of these resonate with you? Which can you use? Which part of this framework resonates with you? I need an answer. Did I tell you I'm a trainer? I'm a trainer, so I have fun training. So I could just jump on you and say, answer me. But yeah. Which part of this framework do you think you can apply? Find out what people need. In what area is that? What industries are you? Engineering. Are you in tech? Are you in construction? Are you?
More construction.
Okay. So how would you get that information? Who are your customers in that space?
Different people are so we have like a customer base. We can send out surveys. What do you like? What are your preferences for this type of construction? What kind of materials do you want to use, and that kind of stuff?
Okay. Could you, sorry, I want to talk to you. Could you observe them and see, because that area is a pretty consistent area, right, with materials and all, but would you benefit from actually observing how they use things to say, okay, this might be better? Do you think that's an opportunity?
That may be a little bit difficult because construction is before you go into or before the customers get to use your product. A lot has already gone into it.
Right.
So, and observing customer behavior from the last, because it's not necessarily going to be the same group of people. Observing customer behavior from the last project may not give you the answers that you need for the next project.
That's right.
So it's better to get that information up front than crying at the end.
Construction is a bit more project focused. You have to pull everything up front. Right. Awesome. Thanks for having that conversation. Is there any other thing that stands out that you say, oh, I think I might do this next week, or I think I might try this in a month? Yeah, let's have.
Okay, so thank you. Empathizing with Renit. I feel like in my firm where I work, we're gonna try and do this so that we can, make the customers ask them what they really want, because I feel like that's somewhere we're lacking. So we're gonna ask them what they really want, what a vision for us, what they would like us to engage in of any sort, so that we can improve our service. That's it.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you are taking one thing out, because above all, that's those are the people you're serving. You want to know how you can serve them better or how you are not serving them or giving them value. So, key takeaways from me to you guys. Go to your customers, observe and improve. Small, real-world test beats large-scale assumptions. When you test small, right, when you go in with, and by real world, I mean behavior, the data you get, right? Going with those small tests, it trumps any large-scale assumptions because those could lead to waste. And by all means, we want to operate lean, as lean as possible, removing waste from our system. And then this framework creates a products that customers love and recommend because the whole product is focused around the customer. Next slide, please. All right, so I am Dr. Chichi Afiah, and I would like to connect with you. Please connect with me on LinkedIn. That's, please remove your phones, please. Thank you. Nobody's. Well, I want to say thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you staying in and listening. Thank you very much, and have a great evening. Scrum Day Nigeria. Beyond Scrum, this event was more so, it was versatile, right? So beyond Scrum, you're thinking about agility. Agility is just a way of thinking, a method of doing things differently where you're reaching your customers, not just building things for them, but building things with them in mind, creating a customer-centric mindset that delivers value first to customers. So yes, very relevant in today's world in every industry.